Sharks traded who for him? And the Calder winner, sus about that. About to rock Teal. Is it too much money to be a fan? We have some things to say right now on Summer Shark Bites here on Teal Town USA. Hey, Ian, are you joining us?
I'm coming.
All right. Good evening, everyone. It is July 13th, 2025. Welcome to Summer Shark Bites here on Teal Town USA. If you want to be part of the show, here's how you do it. Chat with us and fellow hockey fans all over the world and on the YouTube channel, the YouTube page, or the app. You can always follow us on the socials where we will break down and dissect news here and there and everywhere. Of course, you can find everything at tealtownusa.com. And if you want to support the pod, please do so. You can hit us up all right now live on the Super Chat, or you can hit us up on Venmo at Teal Town USA. It is the four of us. It's Puckguy, it's Jules, it's Ian, it's AJ. How's your week going, gang?
How many tabs do you have open right now, dude? How much shit is on your desktop?
Oh, I only have 4 tabs open. The desktop might be sus, but I'm still working on that. Got to get to sus. Anywho, all right. Good to see you all. Let's get into the week that was, even though it was in the off season still, but a lot of surprising things going on right now with Team Teal. We'll begin with one of the weirdest sentences I don't think I've ever said. Ryan Reaves, welcome to San Jose. Okay, Thursday after we interviewed our new guy Tyler, we get news that Henry Thrun is going to Toronto for former Vegas Golden Knight Ryan Reaves, and well, he got the news right before an autograph signing in Vegas.
Well, you got one of the best players in the world coming in here for sure. Mitchie was, one of the best players in the league the last couple of years, and you guys are going to love him. I'm jealous I'm not playing with him anymore.
What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you see a line like this of fans waiting to greet them?
It's good to see that they still love me. I'm not going to lie. You guys are actually going to get the first scoops here. They may start hating me pretty soon because I just got traded to the Sharks. So we'll see how that goes over with the fans.
Oh, boy. Yeah, we all went, wait, what? When that move came down, Now, this isn't the first time a VGK player gets traded right before they meet with the Vegas fans. I was there day 2 of last year's draft. I'm in line for my little upper deck draft card picture, and last one in line before it becomes a Logan Thompson autograph session. Me and my girlfriend Amanda were chatting with the diehard Logan Thompson fan when the trade alert horn goes off inside the sphere, and they say the Thompson trade, and then she just starts bawling. But so great to see that this has a tradition going on here. But AJ, I know you weren't on with us the other night. Your reaction to Ryan Reaves. You are a Vegas Golden Knight.
I get it. It's a logjam at defense. I get it. Ryan Reaves, I tweeted it out. This is John Scott 2.0 to me. This is the Sharks once again bringing in a knuckle dragger to protect the youth, the guys that are coming up, just like John Scott was brought in to protect Hurdle and the others of that time frame. But I look at this from a financial aspect. I believe Reaves was it 1.3, 1.35?
1.35, yep.
Yeah, so that, and the Sharks are paying 1 for Thrun. From what I understand, like that helped out Toronto a little bit more financially. And granted, it's not a whole lot of extra dollars. I am still going to be the guy who goes, traded a 24-year-old defensive prospect for wow, that car just
Where'd that come from?
But you traded a 24-year-old defensive prospect, and this is not be by any way, shape, or form saying, oh my God, Thrun was going to be the next Chris Pronger. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it's a 24-year-old defensive prospect for a 38-year-old like I don't know, deterrent in some way, shape, or form that is going to. How many games is Chief away from the silver stick? Like 70 something,
80 something, I believe,
Oh,
for
my
1,000 games.
yeah, and
But I think he's got it's got to be done over in 2 seasons. So
well, yeah, because then
if
they play
that.
82 in the NHL.
Well, yes,
and,
of course.
Ryan Reaves ain't playing those in San Jose. He's like when he was popping off.
AJ, your volume's low.
Oh, my volume's always low. God damn it! Hold on. What the crap? Hold on. Let's see. I've got everything maxed out. I don't know what to fucking tell you.
All right.
Let's see. Jesus Christ.
There you go.
Hey, bro. Hey now.
Yeah.
Hey now. There you go.
All right. So, I just look at this and I'm going, I don't understand why the Sharks didn't get just a little something extra for taking on a knuckle dragger that is likely going to play 35 or less games. Again, I don't know how impactful you can be from the press box. I would have thought that the Sharks would at least get an 8th round pick along with it.
The draft is 7th round.
And you understand my point. Why I said 8th round pick. Like that is like how bad this is. Like the Sharks should have gotten, to me, in my opinion, something a little, but like I don't know, some sort of endorsement deal for Celebrini and like sticks or skates or something. There should have been something like Celebrini gets to be the face of Dunkin' Donuts in Northeast Canada, like something.
You've derailed.
Yeah,
already.
I mean, but the Sharks get something. The fact that this is a 1-for-1 just makes you go, eh?
I mean, that was our reaction to it. Puckguy literally announced it, and I screamed, "You're joking, right?"
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I don't watch
Yeah.
the show, so I don't know.
Well, no. We meant
This
even
is an-
even before we went live.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm fucking with you.
You sure? You? No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
No, I think I've calmed down about it since I previously spoke about it. Thank you for the Sharks for I was getting chirped by all my friends yesterday for this trade. So thank you, Sharks. Fuck you. No, I'm joking. Love you. No, look, like it's I don't know who watched Ryan Reaves' interview, or his whatever you want, media availability, whatnot bullshit stuff.
His check-in from like what looked to
like
be
the desert.
well, no, it looked to be like, oh, okay, he's between the front 9 and the back 9 in an Arizona golf course. That's what it looked like.
I thought he was chilling in Henderson or Summerlin.
Yeah, no, I thought Henderson also. Like that's where my brain went. No, but anyways, let me get to the point of this whole point I'm trying to make here. Like it low key feels like Henry Thrun was probably not playing a singular game for the Sharks this year. And I'm just going to be upfront with the amount of, I think, guys they have. I just don't think he gets in, right? With Sam Dickinson, Luca Cagnoni, Jack Thompson. Like, I just
don't gets in either.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if Cagnoni isn't getting in, are we putting in fucking Henry Thrun? No. And that's nothing against Thrun. So I just think Reaves will probably end up playing more games than Henry Thrun is going to play or would have played for the Sharks.
For the Sharks.
For the Sharks. For the Leafs, I mean, Leafs, you do leafy things. Great job on this trade, blah, 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 whatever. This isn't a Leafs podcast. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. But, like, it sounds like Reaves is the guy they brought in. And if you look just for locker room, just to be that locker room guy, you can play 10 games. You can win some fights. You can be as a shitty enforcer as you want to be. But, like, it just feels like he was brought in to help the kids along, to pump up the energy in the locker room, and to be just a goofball, to be louder than Mario Ferraro. Like, that literally just feels like what this trade was. It's just like they needed a personality. And I hate that I'm saying this. I actually want to puke while saying this. It feels like it was a locker room trade and a locker room vibes trade more than a hockey trade. And that sucks. That should never happen. But that's what it feels like. And for teams to know that, hey, you touch Celebrini, next time you play us, we're going to get Ryan Reaves at you. You know what I mean?
And I hate that. I hate this.
I'm not saying it's the right thing to do.
No,
I'm not saying it's right.
I hate the idea. Well, he's so great in the room. He's so positive. Well, fuck you. Already have Mario Ferraro. You already have that guy.
For
Like,
now.
he's so yeah, sure, but he's okay. If he leaves and fucking what, Joe Thornton has something better to do. Like he can fucking hang out. He's a great in the room guy and blah blah blah. There are literally a parade of people coming in and out of the San Jose Improv every weekend. If you need somebody to lighten the fucking mood in the locker room, pay that guy to come over and do 20 minutes before the Sharks come out, get them all giggling and everything. Like if that is what we're paying for, no, just no. I don't like this deal. I don't know anybody who is not a Toronto fan that likes this deal. It's just, and again, I get the idea. John Scott 2.0, protect the youth,
The
blah,
idea
blah,
makes
blah,
sense, but like
But
the other parts don't.
I understand that players like Steve Downey, like guys that can throw hands but also have a scoring touch, are very far and few between. I get that. But Ryan fucking Reaves. Like,
Gonna get the
literally,
jersey,
it's
AJ?
like, we've gotten everybody. We made everybody love Rafi Torres. We can do it with Ryan fucking Reaves. Good luck.
I love AJ.
Ian, anything to add?
I just think it's cute that everyone thinks he's not going to play a bunch of games on this team.
Ian,
I think he's going to play a ton of
Ian
games.
and,
I think. Listen,
Ian.
Okay,
Listen.
hold on. Okay, bet time. What's the over under,
Hang on.
sir?
I
What's-
quit.
that it.
What's no? What's the over under? 38. You're taking over.
Oh no, I take the under there. Maybe.
Oh,
See, I'm not
then-
sure.
No.
Let me think here. Look, maybe
Kishmine
maybe
took
maybe I
us.
would take the over. I might take the over there. Look at the Barclay Goodrow
Oh boy.
played a million fucking games on this team, and what did he bring? Like he was the quote unquote deterrent, or he was the guy that was going to throw hands with you. He's a middleweight. Like the Sharks have Ryan Reaves is a heavyweight. I think he's going to get in the lineup way more than he probably has any fucking business, because for all the reasons that everyone just listed, but they're in denial about, like, oh well, he's good in the room and he's blah 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 and blah blah blah. Look at. I'm gonna say right now, and there's gonna be a ton of comments on this video. It's fine. You can all tell me I'm a fucking idiot and I don't know anything about hockey, even though I watched it my whole life. Deterrence is such a fucking joke. It's the biggest lie in hockey that you need one of these guys to deter guys from taking runs at your guys. Because guess what? Like it's a contact sport. Guys get injured all the fucking time. Big hits happen. That is the sport of hockey. Like, it doesn't just stop because Ryan Reaves is sitting at the end of the bench ready to take 3 minutes of fucking ice time in the game.
And cracking jokes and making everybody giggle. Because he's so good on the bench and in the room. Anyway, 38. You taking the over, buddy?
Yeah.
Wait, hang on.
All right.
Before we
All right.
get
The
to
bet,
this, hold on.
The bet is on. The bet
Hold
is
on.
on.
Let me just say something, because we just talked about Barclay Goodrow. This is I don't know anything. I'm no insider. This feels like we're gonna every single game either have Reaves or Goodrow, and it's just gonna be a rotating. They're just gonna take nights off. One night Barclay Goodrow's in, the next Ryan. Dude, it makes sense though. They brought in Goodrow last year to be this guy to fight for the kids, and he didn't do jack shit.
Well, he's a middleweight, so that was dumb.
Okay, well it's the Sharks.
You tried,
I mean,
Jules. You tried.
But
I think he plays. Look
he's
at.
not playing more than 40 games this year, or 42, whatever the half is.
Oh, I take
41.
over 38. We set it at 38. I'll take the over.
All right.
All right.
Under.
All right. We'll have to, between now and the start of the season, we will debate what the payoff is.
Oh God.
But 38, there you go. And
I'm sorry in advance, Sharks fans. You're about to see Ryan Reaves in 82 hockey games.
I
But-
feel so confident in this. But when was the last time I lost a bet on this show? I can't remember.
here's one.
That's because you've only been making them with me, dumbass.
No. Jerk
No,
still owes me
seriously.
like $28
But
from like
here's
8 different bets.
here's the question I have though: who gets more games, Ostapchuk or Reaves?
Okay, they're not the same fucking
They're not the
player.
same.
What are we doing?
True, that's very true.
You know what? Yeah, but I
But-
mean, it's still a valid question in regards to, it's basically guys that you're going to be assigned the fourth line. I would, I mean, overall, I feel like Ostapchuk has a couple more tools in the toolkit. So I would.
Here's the difference between, but here's the problem, and this is the thing that no one ever considers. Zach Ostapchuk is waivers is waivers ineligible. You can send him down without any issues.
Right.
Ryan Reaves, you have to put on
Ooh.
waivers.
Right.
And everyone
well, yeah,
always
but
forgets
who the
that
fuck is
point.
claiming him?
Exactly.
You'd
You
be
know?
shocked,
I mean,
AJ.
The,
You
the
would be
Sharks
shocked.
probably would have if the Leafs put him on waivers instead of giving him Henry Threaten.
All right,
That's
fair
what the Sharks
point.
do. That's what the Sharks do, man. They're like,
No,
hey,
fair
look, you don't
point.
want this guy. You just want to get traded. That's fine. Just put on waivers. We got you, boo.
It's the real reason why or last place.
Oh,
All right. Onward to the guy, and AJ, I think you'll appreciate this. Onward to the guy who stole Logan Couture's Calder trophy.
fuck that guy.
Yeah,
guy.
there you go. Jeff Skinner signs a 1-year, $3 million deal with the Sharks. Last year, he played 72 games in Edmonton, 16 goals, 13 assists for 29 points. Gets into the playoffs for the very first time. Only 5 games, 3 of them which in the Cup final. You know, December previously he was bought out by Buffalo. So is that the top 6 forward we're expecting to have? I mean,
Yeah.
obviously there are relations. We saw the picture on Reddit and Twitter of Tyler Toffoli and Jeff Skinner, playing pee-wee hockey together. I mean, to me this looks like a nice risk.
I was about to type Jeff Skinner's stats, and I typed up Stuart Skinner's stats by accident and had a mini heart attack.
He plays goalie too. What? No.
Perfect.
I love this signing. I don't know if I'm in the minority. I don't know if Ian and AJ are about to say fuck this signing. I love the signing. I honestly think he probably plays with Celebrini, and Celebrini or Smith just dishes to him. He has no defense whatsoever, so I'd rather put him with a guy like Celebrini or a guy like Eklund who can kind of stabilize that defensive thing. Like last year with the Oilers, he had 16 goals. The year prior to that, he had 24, 35, 33, 7, like in that weird 2020 when the Sabres were like awful, like to the point of no concern. Like if he can get his scoring touch back, could be a huge payoff for the Sharks, right? Because you can't just have a top 6 full of children. Like they will get killed, right? And like I know we all want Misa, Chernyshov, Eklund, Celebrini, Smith, Toffoli as our top 6, but that's children, right? So it brings in another veteran. I think it could have the same,
Children and Toffoli.
Children and Toffoli.
Buddy system. Hello.
Buddy
But okay.
system.
That's true.
Yeah. No, but I don't see a downfall in this signing. I think it could, if you're not where you want to be come trade deadline, you can probably get a 2nd round pick for this guy. Depends on how much he lights it up, right? So like, I don't
deal,
mind
right?
Huh?
Yeah.
1-year
1-year
deal
deal.
at $3 million.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing to be mad about with this signing, right? You're adding more depth. You're giving Celebrini another weapon to use. You're giving Smith another weapon. Like
I remember there was a time that somebody said there's nothing to be mad about the Goodrow signing, and I'm like, the hell there isn't. But
the Goodrow signing?
yeah. But
Oh.
anyway. No, just using what you were saying. You're like,
Oh, okay.
there's nothing to be mad about with this signing. And I'm like, yeah, I remember somebody saying there's nothing to be mad about the Goodrow signing. I'm like, no, I'm pretty fucking mad about that.
Well,
But
that's different thing.
yeah. But I mean, 1x3, I don't even care about the cap hit on this.
Yeah.
But I look at Jay Fresh's card and his tweet on this, which was great, is veteran scoring winger, Jeff Skinner, puck skills, scoring touch, and agility, no speed, physicality, or defense. And of course, I was like, so Erik Karlsson, but a forward. Like I look at this, I honestly don't give a shit. I feel like this is another signing. This is what I said a couple weeks ago or a week or so ago, whenever we were last discussing this, where I talked about the grocery shelves being pretty damn bare. And so Skinner happened to be the highest thing on the lowest shelf. It's like, hey, you take a shot. What does it matter? It's 1 year. It's only $3 million. And if it nets you anything at the deadline, I'm not saying it's Wallman part 2, but it's a positive step. I mean, it's not something that's going to be part of the future, but is Jeff Skinner going to help the Sharks maybe win an extra 2, 3, 4 games? Sure. All right, fine. Take it. But as long as he's good in the room.
It's it's a good reclamation project. I mean, this is the kind
Oh,
of
and
swing
Greer
you take.
owns those, right?
Yeah, like this is absolutely the swing that you take if you're Mike Greer. I just feel bad because like this dude has had like a decent career, and his best years of his career are probably behind him at this point, and he's been in the playoffs once, and he played 5 games. Like that sucks. And then to sit there in free agency, and then like Mike Greer is the only guy calling you. Like I don't know how fucking deflating that would be.
Well, and to your point, Mike Greer is the only one calling you at this point in your career. You've been in 5 playoff games or whatever, but at least you got that Calder instead of Couture.
Yeah, I
can hang on, you know.
I don't know. I feel bad for him. I mean, I like the signing. I think it's good. I think if he's a guy who he can play anywhere in your top 9, which is great. Because if you have a guy who like a let's say a Chernyshov comes in and he completely goes off and he earns a spot, like Jeff Skinner's not going to look out of place on the 3rd line. He's not going to look out of place on the 1st line. He wouldn't look out of place on the 2nd line. Like he could play in all 3 of those roles on the Sharks. And I think it's a really nice flex move. It gives them a lot of versatility in the lineup. It gives them an opportunity to not put a guy in a situation maybe he's not suited for right away. Let's again, like I'm just using Chernyshov as an example because I think he's the guy who we haven't heard anything on Michael Misi yet as far as an ELC or anything. So until that happens, like he's not on the team in the way I'm looking at it.
Hey, it's no Ehlers, but hey.
Right. And I look at like, you know, I look at like a guy like Chernyshov, who I think of the kids has the most complete game that could make the jump to the NHL next year. But if he doesn't, you know, if maybe the 2nd line role doesn't work out for him and you need to put him back in the 3rd, like Jeff Skinner's the perfect guy to step up into that 2nd line with a Wenberg and an Eklund. And that's like Skinner, Wenberg, Eklund's a really good fucking line. Like that'd be a lot of fun. So
And
I like it. I think it's out of a summer of where I've done a lot of scratching my head at Mike Greer moves. This is a good one.
the fact that the Sharks now have something that resembles a defense on the blue line is also good.
Yeah.
They should be a hell of a lot better, right, gang?
Well,
I don't
also they're
think
not
they're
going
a hell
to
of a lot
trade
better.
their like goalie that was low-key winning them games mid fucking season. They're just not going to trade Askarov mid season because we're doing too good, right? Like
Hey, who was the cat who got moved today? Seeloffs. Was he the guy that some people thought the Sharks might go after?
Probably. Yeah. I mean, there's probably talk. I don't.
Makes
I
you
didn't
wonder why
share
they
that
didn't go. But
specifically.
fuck, a 3-headed monster. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think I don't know if they'll be a hell of a lot better. I mean, the bar is so fucking low at this point. It's like, oh, is the defense better? Well, yeah. Could it be any worse? I don't think so. I mean,
Yeah.
right. You know what I mean? Like I know it seems like so backhanded to say, but it's true. Like the Sharks are at the floor of everything, the floor of the salary cap, the floor of like
My hopes and
expectations.
dreams.
Yeah. Like should they be, I don't know if they'd be a hell of a lot better. They should be better, but that's like a really low bar. Like I still think we're talking in December
Like saying
about
my ex-girlfriend might be better at giving. No, never mind.
No.
no.
like I think it's, you know, it's a situation where I think they're going to be better. I don't know if a hell of a lot better would be is I need to see it.
Yeah.
Well,
we'll
I don't know.
see.
Like, I'm not saying Skinner isn't like a massive upgrade over a Kovalenko or a Kostin, but I
Yeah, I mean, he's an NHL player.
yeah, but it's just like all of these pieces. Like, how did Kostin and Kovalenko not at least get a look at camp? You know, like I feel like if a mechanic walked by and like caught something in the air that just happened to, you know, like, oh, something, oh, look, did you see that? Should we put him in at goal just to see if he can catch other things?
It is what it is. Obviously, they didn't like Kovalenko. He went back to the KHL, CSKA Moscow. So
there's going to be a bartender walking through Calder's with the sniffles, and they're going to like, he caught a cold. Let's see if we can catch him a puck.
Chris JWS, our good friend, I'd rather they stay bad and mediocre or hell. The teams that come out of the rebuild too soon don't seem to fare well.
Fair point.
You can't stay bad forever. Like you can't just sit at the bottom and get top 10 picks for 10 years. Like
No,
that
you
doesn't
can't
work
just
either.
stay bad forever. Ask 95.7 the game. They have
Ask
stayed
Buffalo.
bad forever.
Right?
Yeah, ask
Like
Buffalo.
no, you know what I mean? Like eventually you have to climb though. And it's like, you can't just be like, okay, now we're going to make the playoffs. Now it's time to climb. Like you actually have to try and get there.
Can I get some specificity from Eric? When you said Buffalo, did you mean the Sabres or the Bills?
Both.
Okay. Fair point.
Anything
think-
run by Terry Pagula.
There
I
you
think
go.
there's a-
Boom.
Jesus
Go,
Christ.
Jules.
I think there's a right way to do it, and then there's a wrong way to do the build up, right? Like you want the build up to be your kids kind of leading that, and like you give them support, of course, right? But you don't just want to suddenly sign a ton of guys in free agency to obnoxiously long deals. Just, you know, like you just kind of go buying in free agency and then you're stuck in cap hell. Can't, you know what I mean? Like there's a right way and a wrong way. And I'm not saying the Sharks are doing either of those.
I'm just saying
but
at some point you have
no,
to
I'm
try.
I'm agreeing with you. But I'm just saying, like, there's a way to do it where it fucks everything
You
up.
know,
right?
Jules, maybe
Yeah.
he doesn't want you to agree with him. Did you ever think about
You know
that?
what, AJ? Maybe you should stop talking.
All right. Before this gets any crazier, in Barracuda news, we'll say farewell to Scott Sabrin.
Who?
He signed with Tampa Bay to a 1-year, 2-way deal. Like I was talking to Jules with before we went on the air. Your three guys who wore letters are pretty much gone from the Cuda, but they have others that'll fill in there. So yeah, exactly. But the Cuda have their schedule. They will start on October 11th in the afternoon, taking on the Bakersfield Condors. Their next game will be Bakersfield's home opener the week after. So 72 games for the Cuda as they look to improve on their successful season and continue to develop players for Team Teal. You know,
I love that. I love the local 3:00 start for that because you're going to get families in there, kids in there. But I love that start time, by the way.
Yeah. Of the team's 36 home games, the Cuda will host 3 Tuesday games, which I don't think we've seen before. 8 Wednesday games, 6 Friday, 16 on Saturday, and 3 Sunday games. But getting back to opening day, scheduled for 3 p.m. And like I said, I'm with you. You'll definitely get a lot of kids and families there. But I'm wondering if the Sharks play at 7:30 that night. And I'm wondering if maybe that's the home opener for the Sharks, too, for that matter. So,
Oh, a
I
double
don't know. I
whammy.
guess we'll find out in 3 days, eh, pal?
yeah, bud. Holy
Holy
doodle.
doodle. Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be interesting to see. And of course, not to shameless self-promote on here, we'll figure out when Ian's coming down, and 2, when we can plan our lives for the next 12
Wait, Ian's
months.
coming down when? No, I'm joking. You gotta play.
You've heard it
Hang
here
on.
first. We're
Ian's-
all shortly going to find out when Ian's coming.
That's right. I'm coming.
Okay. Jules just loves that clip for some reason. I don't know why.
No, it's so funny.
I'm going to
It's
come.
so stupid.
All right. Yeah. So moving onward to other news, farewell medicine hat. Hello, Penn State for the likely first overall pick in 2026. Gavin McKenna. Was it a $700,000 deal?
Yeah.
$700,000 NIL deal.
Yeah, to go to Penn State.
Wait, what?
Yeah, which is
No. Somebody. Okay, Ian, draw this up for me on the whiteboard.
Yeah. So, well, you know how college players, they get
No,
NIL
I don't.
money, right? Okay, college players, they can get what's called NIL money. I think it's next in line money or something.
Oh,
is what it
name,
abbreviates to.
image, likeness.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Name, image, likeness. That makes sense. And anyway, yeah. So usually, like hockey doesn't usually get to dip into this money very well. It's usually reserved for like football, basketball, bigger college sports, right? But Penn State gave basically Gavin McKenna a deal worth $700,000 to come to leave the CHL and go play in Penn State, which is crazy. Especially when you consider like CHL players don't get paid. They get a stipend. Their living situation is taken care of. They get a stipend. Their equipment's taken care of. But other than that,
fuck wants to be
they
in
don't get paid.
Pennsylvania?
well,
All right.
for $700K, I would happily go to
I would
Pennsylvania.
gladly move there in a heartbeat for
All
7.
right.
But the interesting thing is that it's Penn State. Number 1, where does Penn State play? The Pagula Ice Arena. Number 2,
Oh, boy.
It's in
Starting
Pennsylvania.
this now.
And in Pennsylvania, there's a certain team that might have their mega superstar trade away or whatever.
Are they in
wait.
financial trouble? Because whenever they're in financial trouble, they always get
No.
a potentially
Did you guys see the
generational player.
stat? Did you see the stat?
For what?
So like they got Mario Lemieux, like every 21 years, basically, Penguin gets their new star franchise
Yeah.
guy, right? Lemieux, 21 years later, Crosby, 21 years later now, Gavin McKenna.
Can I ask you, geography
Mm-hmm.
wise, like geographically, how close is Penn State to Quaker State?
I have no idea.
No, anybody? No rim shot? Come on, Eric, get on the fucking ball, buddy.
I'm sorry, I don't have the audio stuff yet.
Da-dum-tsh. Okay,
Ba-dum-bum.
go ahead.
Sorry. But it's
I
about
don't
100.
know.
It's 137 miles away from University Park, Pennsylvania, to Pittsburgh. So
who
the
gives a
Scouts will-
shit? In 2.5 years, when McKenna is on the starting lineup on opening night for the Sharks, we're all going to be happy about it.
Oh, if that's the case.
AJ, let's not.
But Sleepy Mofo kind of leading me on to our next part, and that does involve the CHL. You know, as the hockey landscape changes, so do what the fan can. You know, and Ian, I'll ask you on this part.
Well, African Canadian guy.
Well, yeah, because part of what came down on the CBA with the 19-year-olds, I'm still a little perplexed by that, but
I'm
that
thinking
can go in right now.
Blame the tariffs.
it was really so. Here's if I was the CHL, I understand why they're kind of getting caved in from both sides right now. Obviously, with the NCAA ruling coming down, they are again junior hockey players in Canada don't get paid. So if someone's even going to throw you $100,000, guess what? That's probably what you're going to do. I think this. If I was the CHL, though, I would have allowed them to just take whatever 19-year-olds they fucking wanted. You know why? Because then if there's a path back, right? If you send them to the AHL and let's say they're not having the time you think that they're going to be having, there's an opportunity to send that player back to junior. You go to college, that they're not going to flip back and forth, right?
Right.
So I think I think is it the death of the CHL? No, it's not the death of the CHL, but it's going to change. It's going to be the old way of things going is going to be different now. You're going to be it's going to shrink a lot of windows for teams. I think it's going to become a lot more. You're going to see a lot of teams loading up really early when they think they got a player that it's going to be that they think they can build around it. Like it's going to be a 2-year window instead of a 4-year window for them. And I think that's going to change. I think are they going to have to adapt? Absolutely. Is this the death of the CHL? No, because I still think when you're on the draft floor, you're going to still hear like all these names that are going to get called. The vast majority are still coming from CHL teams because they're going to be in the CHL until their draft year. And then they might go to college after. So I don't think it's going to, is it going to hurt? Of course it's going to hurt because they've lost their best players for a lot sooner than they used to. So you adapt or die. I still think that the CHL is going to be fine as far as like producing top, like drafting guys in the HL. They're still going to be among the leaders of that. It's just their windows are going to get closer and they're going to have to adapt to the different thing. And I think I do worry, like, and I've said this on many shows so far, I do worry about like some of the smaller CHL markets, how they're going to be able to compete with this. I think if you're a London or an Oshawa, just speaking of the OHL specifically, because that's what I know, I think you might be able to keep players longer. You might be able to, hey, we're London, we're top notch. We have everything. We're great. We're London. You might want to, and players might actually stay. Whereas I think if you're a team like the Sioux or a Guelph or whatever, then maybe, or Sudbury, I think you're probably going to have a really hard time keeping players beyond the 2 years.
I don't know. It got really weird when he was like, take all the 19-year-olds you want. And I was like, is this the Epstein Hockey League?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. No, but Penn State is going to be fun to watch. They also have one of the Sharks prospects, Reese Lawback, 7th round pick of, I'm blanking what year. And there was, I think, a rumor Martone might also, depending on,
right?
I think so. Yeah. 22.
I think so.
So I think depending on what Martone does, they could also get Martone. So I think that was also another rumor. Like you see their roster now, and they got Jackson Smith, I believe, also So they're gonna be stacked this year. They're gonna be a fun team to watch.
Rude, Alexander, in the comments. Very rude. I purchased that bicycle from Costco. God damn it.
We've derailed.
Oh gosh.
North Track, I think is what it's called.
A guy in his talks, NCAA will become the bridge league before AHL, NHL.
Yeah, and that's what's going to happen, right? Because I think you can play against, like, it's just going to be the next step, and I don't think it's going to be a step everyone's going to take. Like people have to remember about being a student athlete is students first. Not all these guys are students, man. Like not all these guys are going to go, have the gray matter to go crush university courses. That's all I'm saying. Like, so I don't think everybody, like, it's going to be like everyone goes to CHL and then everyone goes to NCAA. I don't think that's going to happen. I think there's going to be guys that stay. I think right now you're going to see a lot of it because obviously the rules have just changed and it's really fun. But I think eventually it's gonna balance itself back out.
Hey, Jules.
Yeah.
We talked about bets earlier. Do we want to put like a little scratch on maybe like a 5-1 pole camp getting the Hobie?
Oh, I don't know I think it's McKenna's to lose this year.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
5-1,
no.
but-
No, I'm not doing that because somehow he's gonna win it if I bet against him.
All right.
She's learning. She's finally learning.
Yeah, she's like, I'm tired of losing
No,
bets
it's
to
just
that asshole.
what's gonna happen is McKenna's like gonna have like an off year or something because I bet against him, and it's
Polkamp
just
gonna come
and
in
Pole
be
Camp's
all
gonna like.
whoop-paw.
I will say Pole Camp like with Booyam.
He's gonna
leaving,
be.
it
I'm
is-
out here. I'm AJ's bitch. Watch this.
With Booyam leaving, Pole Camp is gonna have an opportunity to step in and run that Denver blue line. So it's gonna be
telling you.
really exciting.
Jules knows. We were next to each other during the game where it was just like, oh, Paul Camp.
Yeah.
So good.
Pat saying, I've got Penn State and BU now to watch. I would also add Denver because of Pole Camp.
That's another thing I'm curious. I think up here it's going to be interesting too to see like if somebody tries to get in on like the NCAA package to get to broadcast up here, because like if all these guys, like if a lot of these guys are going to go from the CHL to NCAA, there's going to be that like gap where like I think if you could go online and obviously do this thing, but I wonder if like if a TSN for example gets really in on it other than just the Frozen Four.
We can put tariffs on that, right? Tariffs?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I love how you set that up, Ian. Thank you so much. I know AJ and Jerk have talked about it many times. Yeah, you and Jerk. He's a Thunder buddy. Don't worry about it. I know you guys have talked about it many times about paying to be a fan. But now I think we can dive into further what has been triggered by me, triggered me, and I think it triggered Ian the other night as well.
Did it ever?
I mean, by Sportsnet Plus sending out a note that it's upping its prices on the streaming service from essentially $250 Canadian to $330 Canadian.
Holy fuckers! What are you doing?
30% increase. Well, you see, here's what happened. They spent twice as much money to get the NHL rates for another bunch of years, and immediately passed that cost on to customers.
Eat my whole ass.
That's what happened.
Fuck
They signed that new deal. I'm like, oh, that's gonna make everything go up. I didn't think it was gonna go up this drastically this quickly.
Nope.
But yeah, it's brutal. And like I won't pay. I refuse. It's the only reason I did subscribe, because obviously there's other options to watch games. The only reason I did subscribe was because it was easier to watch games the next day, because I could just go back and watch the game. But now there's other ways to get around that. I'm gonna be able to record my screen or do something so that I can watch it the next day. Look at necessity is the mother of invention. So fuck you, Sportsnet.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just awful. Now, granted, down here in the States, ESPN Plus is like for the cheapest thing, it's like $12 a month, $240 a year. So it does go on par. You look at MLB streaming service where they have tiers where MLB TV is like $30 a month. That includes MLB Network, because no one can find NHL Network anywhere unless you're on cable, it seems like. Or you can follow a single team for like $80 a year, but that's out of market. If you want the local Giants games, it's like $20 a market. But, if you go on, let's say you go to Vegas or Reno and you're out of the market territory, that ain't working anymore. So, then you add on, like what Barracuda fans have been dealing with. You add on going from either $80 a year for a team only package on AHL TV
It was like
to
60 US.
yeah, or now it's like $30 a month for Flow Hockey, and it's like, yeah, sure, I'll watch my AHL. Maybe I'll catch a Wichita game or a Tahoe Night Monster game, but I'm not going to pay $360 a month for the AHL. And that's the only way you get to see Barracuda games unless you go on the pirate ship.
And even that's like even like there's the obviously when you drop down leagues it gets harder to like I know there's on hockey, but on hockey's a fucking pop-up driven hellscape.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but you know what though? People are going to forgive pop-ups if they're not paying for any of this.
Right. No, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just drives me bonkers to see that you're doing these increases.
Well, it pisses me off. Here's the thing that pisses me off the most about it, though. Right? They took NHL TV and they rolled it into the package, but they took a better product and made it worse, and then charged you more for the privilege.
Yeah.
Like that's what Sportsnet has done. Like I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh, I'm just going back to center ice," which I think they'll eventually raise the price on that too. But I don't have cable. Like I haven't had cable in probably a decade. Like it's so dumb.
Look at this.
Okay, yeah, throw it up.
U.S. NHL affordability. Are we all seeing this?
No, I'm gonna throw it on the screen right now.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
But you look at this index, and it's like that. Who knew that being a Ducks fan was the most like economical option
Jesus.
when it comes to like ticket price? Like you would think when all the bitching about like state taxes and everything else that goes into it, that ticket price, cost, beer, hot dog, parking, that the Anaheim Ducks are your most economical option, and then the Dallas Stars, but then boom, Florida Panthers, 2-time defending Cup champs, and then you get down to the other end of the scale. Well, is anybody completely put off by the fact that it's like Boston, New York, Philly, Jersey, New York, like the whole East Coast conglomerate of the big teams? Are you surprised by that? And then you get to the Canadian affordability. Oh, look at that. Toronto at number 1. Who saw that coming?
No one. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So just like looking at this affordability index, like I don't know that anybody's going to be surprised necessarily by all this, but I do think, did we take my screen sharing off, please?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. So at this point, I just today, you know what is a perfect example. I'm a San Francisco Giants fan.
Oh yeah.
I enjoys me some baseball, and it came out today that it was if you want to watch Dodgers Giants today, you have to be a subscriber or member of Roku or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not on Roku. Oh, well, that's okay if you're not on Roku. If you like log on to like RokuTV.com or whatever, and you want to watch it on your laptop, well, you can do it there. And I'm like, no, don't really want to do that. Don't give a fuck. Don't care that much about it. If you're going to make me jump through hoops to watch your product, you can kiss my ass. You can, watch your ratings dwindle, which means the revenue that you're going to get from advertisers goes down. Like, if this is where we're headed, and I fear we are. We'll get to the St. Louis thing in a minute, but the fact that let's be honest, when does this ridiculously horrible TV deal that the Sharks signed go away? Like 2 years?
2
more years?
2-3 years at the most.
That they signed back in like what, 2010 or something?
Yeah.
So that's going to finally go away. But when that finally goes away, there's no fucking way the Sharks sign anything remotely close to that. Like, enjoy NBC Bay Area while you still have it. It ain't going to be here for much longer.
And I think you might be coming sooner for NBC Sports California.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
a
you're
lot sooner.
absolutely right. Especially when you consider the fact that the Warriors and the Sharks typically play on alternating evenings, right? So NBC California might become NBC Bay Area 2. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's another way for them to save money. Alan Hoshida, God love you. I don't know that you're going to be here beyond this next year, just financially speaking.
Yeah,
It's going to be, it's just the way that there was I wish I could remember the gentleman's name who wrote the article because it was fantastic, but it went to explain and illustrate, like, between 2012 to today, over the course of that time, inflation has gone up and wages have gone up like about 87%. The price to be a fan has gone up 242%.
Yeah, it's just been crazy. And to look at, and we, AJ, you and I kind of broke down that Peacock standalone deal. I mean, if you are a fan of Giants, Warriors, Sharks, you have to pay separately for Sharks because it's on a different channel. So you want to pay an extra $20 a month just for Sharks because you can get your Oaklamento A's, but you can't get Sacramento Kings because they're in a different market. A's are different because they share Bay Area and Sacramento, and I mean, you're putting your brand behind a paywall. That's the worst part.
Well, it's the paywalls, which I understand. People should be paid for their work.
Sure, 100%.
But it's really difficult to watch these networks, some of these platforms, try to upsell and upcharge the fan when, let's be honest, it's really easy, and in some cases easier, to just fly the pirate flag and watch the shit for free than to jump through all the hoops you're trying to make people go through. Like, you can't get mad at that. It's like 20 years ago, beyond 20 years ago, when the record labels got, mad about MP3s and all of that. Well, if you had charged a fair price for your product, people would not have started downloading all of your shit for free. But you got greedy. This is the consequence of that, and we're going to see the same thing because these fuckers can't learn their lesson.
Yeah, it's I mean, right? People, when streaming started becoming a thing, less piracy went way down because people could just get Netflix or whatever. But now that everything's on 17 different services, people are going to start pirating again. And it's funny, you guys brought up, it's funny because you guys were talking about Roku and shit. Like, I have a Roku TV, and if you want to talk about how bad Sportsnet is, Sportsnet doesn't even have a fucking Roku app.
Well, and to your point, what you're just saying about Netflix was, when I subscribed to Netflix, it was like $8 a month.
Yeah.
And now it's like $19 a month, like less than 5 years later. And for that price, there's still a tier of content that they won't let you access unless you pay the higher price. So
I
it's
know,
just like, you know
dumb.
what? Hey, I'm not going to pay any of that price. Fuck you.
Exactly. No, I agree. And and that's what I mean. And that's what I mean. Like, and it just goes to show though, I mean, I know Roku is not everyone's favorite thing, but I mean, and up here it's way shittier. Everything up here is shittier than it is in the States. But that's the thing. You increased your price by 30%, and you don't even have Roku TVs are super popular up here, and you don't even have an app. I have to stream. If I want to watch a game in my living room, I have to stream it from my phone to my fucking television.
Here, you know what? Again,
on sports, on the thing that I paid $250 a fucking year for.
And to your point, if I'm a San Francisco Giants fan, and they're going to play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's going to be, whereas Monday is on NBCSN Bay Area, Tuesday is on Amazon, and then Wednesday is on NBC, but then Thursday is on Roku, and then Friday is on Apple TV, and it's like, you keep making me jump through hoop, fuck you. I'm just not going to watch this shit. Fuck you. I'm not. And again, to what Chris is saying, following your team shouldn't be a fucking chore. And that's
Exactly.
exactly right. And now, granted, I'm old enough to remember that if you wanted to watch a Giants game on like quote unquote regular TV, you had to wait until they like played the Dodgers or some shit
Right.
on a Friday or a Saturday. Like that was the only time you would see it. The early 90s brought about RSNs, and that's great. And what is this from John? What really pisses me off is it used to be okay as a fan to listen to a game online.
Yeah. NHL.com. When you went to the little scorebook at the top, you could put the audio feed on for the game for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On NHL.com.
And that's the whole thing. And again, the whole outpricing of fans is we're slowly but surely being nickeled and dimed to death. And if you're on Reddit, you're on social media, there are leagues, teams that I'm pretty sure are not paying attention, and they should be.
Yeah.
Because they have spent the last 15 years figuring out every possible way to soak you out of every dollar that was in your wallet.
Mm-hmm.
And fans, I feel at least the more that I speak with, they're fucking tired of it. They're like, I'm done. Yep. I am. The big thing is putting it, at least from what I've spoken about with other fans, they liken it to the theme park experience versus a movie. Movies used to be something that you would go to 2, 3, maybe even 4 times a month.
Yep.
That was something you would do with your friends. That's what sports was like back in the day. It was that you would go to a game once, twice, 3, 4 times a month with your buddies, and you'd have a great time. And then there were the experiences like Disneyland that cost an exorbitant amount of money, but you would save up, and that was your thing for that one time a year. You would do it once a year, see if there was anything new, all the new rides, but it was your yearly annual experience. Mm-hmm. That instead of like going sitting in shitty seats 5, 6, 7 times for a Sharks game, and I'm just using the Sharks as an example,
right?
Instead of doing that, they're like, no, instead of going to like 7, 8, 9 games sitting in really bad seats, I'm going to go to one game this year and sit in really good seats. And how much money is the venue losing on, food and bev, concessions, parking, all of those things? And this is across the board.
Yeah. It really, really is. And it's just crazy.
I can't wait to see where attendance is at 10 years from now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Jules, I know you need to depart, so I'll let you go.
I will see all of you later. What?
I was going to say, the next time Jules wants to go to, like when Jules goes to a game for like her 30th birthday, every seat like below concourse is going to be like $180 a seat. Every seat above like 10th row and the upper deck is going to be $5.
Are you saying 10 years from now? Or no, because it's 8 years from now.
It might be 10 minutes from now. We're not even sure.
Of course.
But it's going to be like seats against the glass are going to be like 5,000 in your firstborn.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Or for that matter, wait till the Sharks get back to the playoffs. Everybody's going to be hyped and psyched.
What are those?
They're going to happen. Because then that way we can get the whole out of the way.
Game 7?
I can't wait that happens so you can literally engrave on my urn playoffs.
Yes. So.
All right. Keep it real, guys. Keep it teal. Bye. I'll see you guys soonish, maybe.
Yes.
I don't know. Love y'all.
Have a good night. All right. Yeah, but it's just one of those things that just I mean, you're like, okay, great. The salary cap's going up. Yeah. Gee, I wonder why. Because you're going to be,
Well, talk about the St. Louis shit.
Yeah, and
because I think that's only the beginning.
Yeah, let me get this super chat first because I
Well,
think
we
I
got
missed
super
it.
chats in here.
We do. Yeah, thank you very much. Sorry for the delay. Helping with affordability. We appreciate it.
That's
Love it.
awesome. Yeah, that's great.
That is terrific. We appreciate it, of course, as always.
Yes,
Super chats do
absolutely.
keep the lights on. That way we
awesome.
don't have to hear AJ talk about shaving his privates.
Wait, what?
Exactly. So with all that, in a world where NHL's broadcasts seem to be changing, that they now make one of the biggest changes ever. And this one, I mean, we've seen these happen before, but this one really takes the cake. And
Was this dude like a super chief for the Blues?
So John Kelly was the St. Louis Blues TV announcer, was let go so that they can do a simulcast for TV and radio. And yes, this has been a trend. The Kings have been doing it. The Islanders said that they're going to do this now. It's been going on and on and on. However,
it's not a hockey specific thing either.
right?
No, it's not. Yeah.
No,
But the guy that you're talking about, is this like the Vin Scully of the Blues?
yeah, because the
Okay.
Kelly name has a history to the Blues. John Kelly's dad, Dan, was the original announcer for the St. Louis Blues back in the 67-68 season. In 88, 20 years later, his son debuted a year before his dad's death.
God help us if one of Randy Hahn's sons.
Stop it. Kelly left, John Kelly left over a decade, become the original Lightning announcer, and then he moved to Colorado when the Lanch came from Quebec in 95. He returned to St. Louis in 05-06 after the lockout, and always had been the guy with Bernie Federko, or essentially their Randy and Drew equivalent. John Kelly was partnered with Darren Pang for the longest time. Considering everything revenue-wise for these teams, where a $20 nosebleed at the Tank, is now going to be a $52, seat on a Shark Pack. Trust me, I know from personal experience. Why are we cost cutting so bad now? And I get there's a stream and there's radio and there's TV, but I have to think. I worry once Dan or Randy or Drew hang it up, we're getting one broadcast. And for that matter, it goes back to the Blues part. They had two play-by-play announcers in the early 90s. It was Dan Kelly and Ken Wilson that did, and here's for the second period, here's Dan Kelly, and here's for the third period. It's kind of like when with the Giants where Kuip would go to the radio side for 4th through 6th innings and Dave Fleming would take over. But,
Look,
you're eliminating tradition, for crying out loud, in St. Louis. That just seems wrong.
yeah, but I mean, millennials, zillennials, they've eliminated a lot of tradition. They don't even like being served in a restaurant, for Christ's sake. Anyway, look, if I'm listening, but that's the whole thing. Is hockey and baseball are very different animals. If I'm listening to, I don't know, John Miller and Hunter Pence versus Kruk and Kuip, is there really that much of a fucking difference? I don't know that there is. But again, baseball, completely different animal. Are we going to get to the point where Randy and Drew, after like 40 years, decide, you know what, it was fantastic and it's time to tap out and blah, blah, blah. And let's say that Ruzanowski feels the same way. And at 2030, they're like, this is our last season, blah, blah, blah. Nick Nolenberger is going to take over. And, by the way, whatever you hear on TV, it's going to be the same as radio. I don't know. Tell me I'm wrong. Is radio and TV that different? The call?
I would say, from Ruzanowski's perspective, I think he's a little more descriptive of what's going on.
But
he kind of has to be.
But I don't know, because I don't listen to any other broadcasts. I'd be really interested to listen to, say, the Vancouver TV feed for a period, and then listen to the radio for Vancouver for a period, and then do the same thing for Columbus, and then do the same thing for Florida or Carolina or something, just to get an idea and across the country. I don't know that it's really that different. All that being said, we are easily and quickly seeing the deaths of regional sports networks. This John Kelly guy is just, one of the first shots across the bow. It's going to happen more and more and more. And I hope that Ruzanowski is not a casualty of this over the next 2 years, but he may in fact well be. But maybe he has a saving grace because of the Sharks audio network. If the Sharks were still on KFox, maybe he's a casualty. But the fact that the Sharks control that audio network, they go, no, we love us some Ruzi, and we're going to keep him as long as he is willing and able to call these games. We love Ruzi. Hello, keep him here because we have our own audio network. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But perhaps the Sharks are one of the few that have that audio network option. But I would imagine the success the Sharks have seen with that may carry over to other teams. And remember, we have had discussions with the Sharks audio network that podcasts such as ours, such as others, could, participate in that and lend some content to that and make it a really viable thing to listen to during hockey seasons.
We swear too much.
Yeah, but we are in this like weird transition when it comes to this type of stuff. It's going to be really fun. Like 10 years from now, we're going to see how this shit all shakes out, because I remember the early mid 2000s podcasts were a big thing for like 3 years. And then they all fucking cratered for about 5 years. And then they slowly came back because the cream had to rise to the top and certain people had to figure out how it actually worked.
Yeah, that bubble's popped, and now we're in the YouTube bubble, which I think is also on the verge of.
Very similar.
Yeah, very
all
much.
Right, Alex, calm down, bro.
I get you, and Alexander is enjoying it. I was worried you weren't going to be able to join us.
I don't feel like I was ranting. I feel like I was just calling out what is happening. If you have money in the stock market, I'm just saying there's some streaming platforms you might want to be a buy on right now.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like for me, I don't really have anything to say because like I don't.
All right, Ian's leaving the show.
No, Ian's leaving. Yeah, Ian's the worst. No, look at if you're a person who still enjoys a radio broadcast of any sport, I mean, great for you. It's never been my thing. I'm surprised they even are still a thing, to be completely honest.
Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever said to yourself, I can't wait to go listen to that game?
Yeah, never.
Yeah. So I've never heard anybody go, I can't wait to listen to that game. It's, I can't wait to go watch that game. The fact that there are separate broadcasts, like again, like a Ruzanowski or whatever, the fact that exists blows my mind. I remember that I would, be driving to like my DJ gig on a Thursday night. The Sharks are playing and I'm hearing Ruzanowski on the call, and that's great. But there were definitely times I'm like, is he really saying anything different than Randy is saying? I don't know. And that is in no way, shape, or form trying to disparage either Danny or Randy. They're both of them fan-fucking-tastic.
Oh yeah, I know, I agree. Like again, I'm not trying to. If you are a radio guy, I'm not trying to shit. I'm surprised that radio broadcasts are still a thing.
Yeah, it seems duplicitous, the job.
Maybe because the radio part is slowly going away, and
it's like with what we're doing right here. Ian is going to say everything that I'm going to say, so this seems duplicitous. I could probably leave.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
All right. Well, have a good night, HAL. Yeah. See you later. All right. I know I saved some comments in the chat here. If you have anything else, by all means, hit us up right now before we hit up our final thoughts. John saying, I'm not good at math, so you whiz kids figure it out. Major hits to Celebrini, Smith, Eklund, Misa equals Reaves appearances.
Again, it's a contact sport. Guys get hit all the time. Guys get hit multiple times a game. No one's not gonna hit Celebrini if Celebrini's
Unless you're
coming in with the
Landon
puck.
Marlowe, then you just get rubbed.
Right? Yeah. Like if Macklin Celebrini's cruising across the blue line with the puck, guess what? The defenseman's gonna fucking hit him. He's gonna light him up. Why? Because that's his fucking job. If he doesn't do it, he's gonna sit on the bench the rest of the game.
You know, the last time I looked, when it came to a guy that was like playing against the Sharks, not once do I know that they ever said, oh, Goodrow has the puck. Oh, he can just fly by. Oh, Celebrini. Oh, I'm going to hit him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, no, if you're trying to come, it doesn't matter what your fucking name is.
I just don't believe in deterrence. And I look at it, and it's fine. We can all disagree on this. It's fine. I know there's going to be a ton of comments. There always is. It's like, oh my God, he's coming here to protect the kids, and you guys just don't fucking get it. No, I get it. I just don't believe it. I just don't believe that's how hockey works.
Well, again, we have set the over-under for Reaves games at 38. We'll see how many he gets. But this is something else. Let me ask you this. How many games do you think Henry Thrun would have played? You know what? Actually, let's ask this question. If one of you guys can look this up, how many games did Henry Thrun play last year?
Please hold.
Please hold. But
where's the Cisco hold music when I need it?
But I do feel like it's probably going to be around in that region, like 47, 43, somewhere in there. Like if I'm wrong,
he played 60 games last season.
Holy shit! Okay,
2 goals, 10 assists, 12 points, minus 23.
So going back to my point, if he played 60 games, and how many did Reaves play last year?
35.
35.
Okay,
he got injured.
Okay, well, all right. Okay, he did get quote unquote injured, but it's a big money difference, a big age difference. It's a big games played difference. You understand why, as a Sharks fan, I would have thought that the Sharks would at least get an 8th round pick included in that. And again, I make fun saying 8th round pick, but getting something, a bag of pucks, because even Steve Dangle laughed at this fucking trade.
Yeah, well, they can be laughing when they see Henry Thrun play for the Marlies.
Well, but no, I mean, yes, but no. I agree with you, but it's like, would you rather see Henry Thrun doing nice things for your minor league team, or seeing a washed up knuckle dragger being really good in the room? In the room, yeah. For half a season. Yeah. I don't know. All right. I don't hate the trade. I understand Thrun for Reaves. The only part that I don't get is the fact that the Sharks didn't get at least something else. The fact that it was 1-for-1, that's the part that's what irritates me. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
That it's a straight 1-for-1.
Gotcha. All right. Moving onward. Marty saying Gretzky and Yzerman never got touched. Ian.
By who?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like
but they also had mixed.
Never got
touched. But I would think
Gary Suter put fucking Wayne Gretzky through the fucking boards. Lest we forget. Lest we forget.
You know.
Hold on, maybe Gretzky and Yzerman never got touched. I mean, are we
Gary
talking
Suter
about
put him through the boards
by a Catholic priest, or by who?
God.
Like, can we need some specificity here?
Stop it.
Well, I mean, Gretzky had McSorley. Yzerman had Probert all those years.
There were probably parts of him that were McSorley. Anyway.
Ricky asking, do you think we run 8 defensemen or is someone else on the move?
I mean, Greer has said he's not opposed to doing that, but he's also said he's not opposed to running 14 forwards. So, like, somebody needs to explain to Greer how many, like, spots are available. I don't know. There's some of the media calls that Greer has taken a part of. It's weird because on some hand, I will. Okay, so of course the big. Does the left hand talk to the right hand?
Yeah.
Greer sometimes will say some things, and I go, "All right, that makes sense." And then he says some stuff over here, and I go, "Yeah, that doesn't. No, these hands are not talking to each other."
So Gretzky got touched, but he garnered an instant response. Yeah, okay, but he still got touched then, right?
Yeah,
like that's the point.
He
still got. Yeah, then someone maybe McSorley went over and dealt with it, but he still got touched. Like,
he
like
wasn't skating in bubble wrap.
Stupid.
He's not skating in bubble wrap. But either way. Greer clearly has a plan. We're going to find out what the hell it is. But when you look at Puckpedia, it's, it's, I guess, I don't know. Is this the new Sharks? Is this the Toronto Core 4, if you will? It's Celebrini, it's Smith, it's Eklund, it's, I don't know what, Askarov, Dickinson, like who's
Core
the,
5. It's to me, like, I love Eklund, but I don't put him in that tier. Like it's
oh, the
it's
hell
Smith,
you say?
It's Celebrini. It's Smith, it's Celebrini, it's Misa, it's Askarov, maybe Dickinson.
Oh, but no Chernyshov.
No.
Wow.
I like Chernyshov, but I don't put him in that. He's not in that Celebrini Smith tier of player.
Now, to all the people watching, remember, Ian also really liked Goldobin and Sadawi at one point.
Okay, so but dude, let's talk about like. Let's talk about
just
first
rubbing
round,
your
like,
nub, bro. It's all
right.
good. I'm just having a good time.
All right. Well, we'll move onward to John Swenson. Ian, I think this one will be mainly for you. What is an over-under on Barracuda wins this season?
I don't even know what this
how many
Barracuda
games
team's
did they
gonna look like.
win last year?
Not enough. I mean, they won.
But because they fucking like eked into the playoffs, right?
They
backed in.
They backed in and they surprised me with how. Let's give me a second here.
Yeah,
I'll tell you how many games they won this year.
Dude, it was not good the way they backed in.
Hey, give me. Why are you giving me last? Okay, here we go. Last season, it's like 0. They won more than 0 games. They won 36 games last year.
Well, out of how many?
72.
Yeah, well, okay, so yikes. But do we think by any way, shape, or form can any of us hold out any modicum of hope that if the Barracuda don't at least achieve some sort of resemblance of coming close to expectations, that McCarthy finally might be given a fucking pink slip?
I don't think this team's going to be good again. Look, their goaltending is super sus. I like Gabriel Carrier. I like Matt Davis, but like it's not Askarov. So the goaltending's taking a huge step back.
Just like, I don't know. Because I get so fucking tired of the summer. Most wins out of everybody. Oh, but we're not going to mention also most losses.
Oh, I'm aware. I get it.
Yeah.
Like I am not defending. I just don't think that this team is going to be very good this year. I think last year was the year they thought this team was going to be good, and that's as good as it did.
Well, I was going to say, and you know what? I think if this team had done exactly how they did, but if they had somebody that had history being a coach at that level versus, hey, let's just, the guy who was the captain 3 years ago, just give him the fucking coaching job. So, you know what I mean?
Yes, I need to address this Chernyshov thing. Okay, yes, Chernyshov should have been a top 15 pick. He's good. I'm not saying he's not a bad player. I do agree he's probably the most NHL ready of the group, but he's just not on that Celebrini, Misa, Smith tier of player. He's just not.
Okay. But if we're playing the buddy system and he has his buddy Misa, maybe he is, right?
Maybe, but I just
Celebrini, Smith, Misa, Chernyshov,
yeah, but
and then you just plug into Foley and Eklund, whatever.
I just think that but they're better players. They're a they're a step above.
I feel you, but I'm telling you, man, Misa and Chernyshov just do something for each other.
Oh, but here's the thing though. Name me another pair of players that were so fucking awesome in junior that continued it in the NHL.
I don't follow junior, so I wouldn't know the answer to that question.
I can name one pair and it worked for 10 minutes. Recently, Dylan Strome and Alex DeBrincat, when they're on Chicago, worked for 10 minutes.
Let's see what happens in September. We'll see how it goes.
TK asking when's Ravensburgen coming in?
Oh, he's a ways off. He's gonna be a 5-year project.
Holy
probably.
crap! Am I the only one that looks at Ravensburger and think that like he looks like the clown from It? Like, have you looked at some of the photos? His like cheeks are so fucking rosy. Like, I don't know what it is about the videos of some of that guy, and I was just like, man, he's kind of creepy. But I appreciate that in a goalie.
Yeah, Drew and McKinnon. Okay, but again, like those guys are okay. Yeah, Drew and McKinnon. I'll give you. I will give you. I will give you Drew and McKinnon.
You
but is that no? That's fair. But is that more? You know. But is that because they were awesome in junior? Is that because Nathan McKinnon is Nathan McKinnon?
Yeah. Point is, you asked for an example, you got one.
Yeah, no, it's fair. Look, it's a good shout.
All right, can we talk about golf now?
As a final thought, yeah, it's been a great one. But yeah, now we get to talk golf. This weekend, Lake Tahoe, or State Line, Nevada, the site where the Sharks didn't get to play an outdoor game in Tahoe, but there's another time for that discussion. Played host to the American Century Celebrity Golf Championship, hashtag no free ads. And while Steph Curry was the 2023 champion,
oh my God,
and he finally got a chance to defend his title since he was in Paris doing the Olympic thing, which I totally get, you know, he was trailing to some guy early on. Some guy, you know, I don't know, Sharks legend Joe Pavelski. The San Jose Mercury News even said as much in the report after round one. And then when he won, you know, and after years of being so close to winning it, he won. You know, I guess he just needed his hockey hobby to focus on golf to win it, I guess. But I mean, good on them. But I get the notification from NBC Sports, Bay Area, California. Steph's ACC results. Here's how Warriors star Steph Curry fared in his bid for another American Century Championship win. Yeah, guess what? He fucking lost to Joe fucking Pavelski. You know, I mean, he came close, and I mean, he continues to do what it does in the freaking Bay Area. And forgive me, guys, I'm going to go on a rant here. For some reason, not to learn this damn sport. It's history. No matter the struggles or the previous success about this team or the people behind it, you just don't care. And I get it. There's plenty of stuff on hand to talk about. The Giants' up and down struggles while remaining competitive. The Valkyries have been doing great. The Quakes had a tough result against Austin FC in the U.S. Open Cup quarters. Warriors had a nice outing in their Summer League tourney. The Oakland Roots lost 2-1 to the Phoenix Mercury at the Coliseum. That other baseball team that used to play in Oakland had 7,800 fans Friday night for a game that had a game time temperature of 98 degrees in West Sacramento. But just a little blip on the chart for a fan flave, you just can't do it. I don't know what the hell it is. This is what I worry about the most about the Sharks franchise is irrelevance. This team is streaming their radio, and I know we talked about radio earlier, but you need to have some radio presence. The only exposure about the Sharks right now and the trade and signings that have been done have been through us, you know, Shady, the hockey guy, Dangle, Shang, whoever. But you need to know where we're at here in that sense. You know, with the team essentially going to a paywall essentially by itself, if you're not in Sacramento and rooting for the A's and Kings, blacked out for Kings because of the NBA territory rights, and if you cut the cord, you're not seeing Team Teal unless you risk giving all your cookies and viruses to ride the shores of the pirate ship. So yeah, when do I want to see the rebuild start building? It's right now because it needs it and it deserves it. I mean, weeks ago, we still had a mayor who still hasn't officially put pen to paper on a new lease for the Sharks, but then talking about getting the Quakes a new downtown building when their pitch just a little over the way, is only 10 freaking years old. Plus, you give up the Google to give them everything around SAP Center. Give the Sharks respect. But Sharks, it's time to ascend from the deep and stay hungry and keep chomping.
To be fair. To be fair. We're not going to hear a lease thing because San Jose is like the council. They're fucking on summer vacation.
Sure, I get that.
So that's like,
But
I'm with you, but they're not around to like make any type of agreements or negotiations public right now. We'll see what happens in September, and hopefully we will be able to have a discussion about that with the correct and proper people. The fact that Cam Inman, fuck you. Just seriously, fuck you. You write for the Mercury. You would, and this is not a guy who like got the gig like 3 weeks ago and like did a fucking AI search and was just like popular sports figures in the Bay Area. No, this guy has been around for a fucking minute. Mm-hmm. And to see him tweet out and I thought I had it on here because it was just like, oh my God, you can suck all the dicks and eat all the ass with that fucking shit. Steph Curry just off the lead to open title defense to ACC Celebrity Golf Tournament. Oh, there you go. See, you got it. And it's like, oh, are we not going to talk about the fact that, like, if it was anybody else, like if it was Tony Romo that had the fucking lead in this, I would have been like, yeah, okay, you're appealing to the Bay Area fans. Why would you mention, a former Dallas Cowboys quarterback? If it was John Smoltz, why would you bring up an Atlanta Braves pitcher? That I get. The fact that it was Joe fucking Pavelski who had the lead, and then, of course, as we found out a few hours ago, ended up winning the whole fucking thing.
Hell yeah, fuck yeah.
And, oh, hey, Cam, where's your fucking follow-up article, douche? So, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry. Am I a little tilted about that? Yeah, you're fucking right I am. Because I'm fucking tired. I've been a Sharks fan for 30 fucking years plus, watching the Sharks consistently get fucking shit on by the media or ignored. And this was like a perfect opportunity. Like, it wasn't even a fact that you like flip it. Just fucking flip it. Could you have imagined that Steph Curry, after 2 days, was in the lead? Pavelski was tied for second, and the article was Pavelski tied for second. And like, you have to actually read the fucking article to see that Steph Curry is actually leading it. Never would have fucking happened. And so the fact that Pavelski won the whole thing, chef's kiss, Cam, whatever your fucking name is, fuck you. Like, learn how to fucking put some respect on Pavelski's name. Respect the fucking team. Like, I am so... The Sharks gets such little coverage among the Bay Area media. So to see some shit like this, where this was a perfect example of the Sharks don't get a lot of coverage. Look at Joe Pavelski. This fucking guy is killing it out here after 2 days. That's what we should focus on as the story. No. Let's focus on the fucking Warrior who's like 8 putts back. Oh my God. Cam Inman, whoever the fuck you are, suck this.
And it's
Seriously.
not like this was a random run by
No,
Pavs.
it isn't.
He came up second twice in the 9 years he's been in this tournament.
Dude, they've been last 3 years. They've been talking about him saying, Joe Pavelski should join the fucking PGA. Like, he is that good. To be that good at two sports, I mean, there are certain people that have the memory of Bo Jackson and Deion Sanders. To be just dominant and superior at not one sport but two. Imagine if Wayne Gretzky could have been a cornerback. Like, holy fuck, like, to kill it at two different sports. Joe Pavelski is killing it at golf and hockey. And to see it, it's like, oh, but he's not Steph Curry and blah, blah, blah. Fuck you.
And no disrespect to Steph Curry at all. The guy is fucking fantastic and everything.
He's great. He's awesome. Did he fucking win
In
today?
2023, he
This
did.
weekend? No. This weekend? Did he win at golf? No. But again, if Curry finished like just tied, not even by himself, if he had finished tied for first yesterday, and he was part of the, absolutely, he's tied for first. He's tied for number one. He wasn't in the top three. It was Joe Pavelski tied with somebody else for first, somebody else in second, and Curry was like third. Cam Inman, eat it. You fucking douche.
It's just go, and it's not just Cam Inman either.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
it's the entire media in the Bay Area. It's TV, it's print, it's radio. I mean, oh no, like honestly, I totally thought, oh no, they're gonna have to talk about sharks on the sports tonight. Oh no, you know.
Oh, and if and I do appreciate the Dallas Stars trying to, like, you know, retweet their photo of Pavelski in a Dallas jersey saying, "Hey, our guy won this." Fuck you. He's not your guy. He was never your captain. You didn't draft him. Fuck you, Dallas. Like, he did really good for you. He was never your captain. You didn't draft him. Fuck off. He's not your guy. Pavelski goes into the Hall of Fame for any reason, and most goals from an American player in the playoffs. I don't know if that's going to get him there. Like, they're certainly not in the first ballot. But well, you know, who knows if he gets a. But if he goes in anything other than a Sharks jersey, I will disown him.
Just as just a reminder that players don't go in the NHL Hall of Fame as a member of a team. It's not baseball.
That's true.
No, and I get that, but I think you know what I'm saying.
No, I get you. I get you. I mean, Ian, it would be the perspective of, like, I don't know, Connor Timmins being in this tournament.
This is like,
and it's the tournaments in.
Oh, hold on. Ian's about to show you how
In
Canadian
Sudbury,
he is.
you know.
I don't know. I mean, like, this is golf. I don't know. Golf
Yeah, and
like this is a sport that would, like, when Tiger Woods, like, was past his best before date. Tiger Woods, you know, the guy, you know, and he'd be like 70 million putts back, or, you know, whatever. I don't know. Golf is golf. I don't completely understand it, but, like, that's who the camera, like, oh, here, let's watch Tiger Woods take this shot, even though he's, like, way off the fucking lead at this point. Like, this is golf. I don't know. It's
18 holes behind.
18 holes behind. But here, yeah, there you go. Let's watch Tiger Woods.
No,
hit a
I feel
birdie.
you.
yeah.
But
No.
still, it's just to see.
I can't. I know you guys are like, oh, Ian's gonna rant. This is gonna be great. I don't care.
No, and I'm right there with you. But it's to sit there and know, and it's not that Eric and I are just aware of this. Like, there are plenty of writers, whether it's Ann Killian or Kawakami or any of the other Mercury people that write about sports. They are very aware that the Sharks at the short end of the stick. Clearly, this Cam Inman guy is trying to appeal to the lowest common denominator. It's, more people pay attention to the Warriors and the Sharks, and that's fine. But again, it's the whole thing of, you literally could have rewritten that 200 different ways, all of them better, at least giving a former Shark, a former Bay Area guy, his fucking due. The fact that, and again, I go back to, if the number one spot in that was being held by Tony Romo or John Smoltz or anybody else that didn't have any type of history to the Bay Area, then it absolutely makes sense.
Yeah.
But the fact that you fucking glazed Curry over Pavelski, who was like two
Or just
shots
glaze them
higher
both.
in
Glaze
first.
them both.
Yeah,
Right.
glaze
Or,
them both.
or just say, you know,
Yeah, just say
defending
Pavelski,
champ.
comma Curry lead
Yeah.
the fucking Tahoe thing. But it was like, no, I'm going to cradle Curry's balls while I'm deep throating him, all while ignoring Pavelski. Fuck you.
Yeah, and this is the problem here that I have with from Alexander Provenzano. I've met people who have lived in the Bay Area their whole lives and have never heard the San Jose Sharks. That's how bad the Sharks coverage is in local media, and
Well,
that's
we
the
can't
scary
do it
matter
all,
with
man.
you.
We're trying.
and that's where faulty
Blows
synapses
my
come into
mind.
the lack of coverage leads to the rise of shows like this one. Absolutely.
How do you think this whole thing began?
Yep, and that goes back to the mantra that we had back then. I'll certainly give kudos to Vegas. Yeah, they were the only show in town when the Golden Knights got started. But you look at the lines that were in that video for Ryan Reaves. I mean, that's the team that they latched onto, and they probably won't when they get the NBA team in a few years. But
Well,
still,
we'll
that's
see.
pretty damn good.
No. We'll see. Vegas in the last, half decade has gotten two professional teams. They've glommed on to one and they've ignored the other. And what is the difference?
Relocation.
One was an inherited team and one was expansion. Let's see. I'm very much there. It's like if they inherit an athletics team, which I will bet right now will never fucking happen. But if they inherit a baseball team, they are going to get the same amount of pub and attendance that the Raiders get. But when and if they get a basketball team, if it is an expansion versus like, I don't know, the fucking Pelicans or like the Thunder fucking relocating and changing names or whatever, again, it's going to be very fucking different. Vegas will embrace the new, the relocation. They will tell you to bend over and take it that way.
And good on them too, for that matter.
And I couldn't agree with you more.
Yep. So,
yeah, and I think it does bring a point. Going back to Ryan Reaves for a second, like I think people are gonna love Ryan Reaves in San Jose. Like as much as like from a perspective of like running the team and shit, it's a really sus move.
It won't be until the first fight.
But I still think when it's all said and done,
it will be the first, because it's going to be the same thing as Rafi Torres. Like Sharks fans were super skeptical. And then somebody, I can't remember who, like somebody tried to run some guy. And what happened? Tories went out there and tried to kneecap him and like end their life.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, fucking Corey Perry, that guy's the dude, That's going to be the same thing for Ryan Reaves. Ryan Reaves is going to be persona non grata until he fucking breaks his hand on somebody's grill for breathing on Celebrini's jersey.
Yeah, no, I think when it's all said and done, like people are gonna love him. I just from a team manager perspective, it perplexes me.
Let's be honest, we're all fucking bitches. So as soon as that that hot girl looks at us the right way, we're like fuck her, and then she looks at us the right way, and we're like, nah, hey, how you doing? That's gonna be the same thing with Ryan Reaves. As soon as he gives us that look, we're gonna be like, how you doing?
It's like you look at her and you see, damn it, you hurt my friend's heart and everything. And then all of a sudden, and I know you hate the word, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Dude,
but
if you say vibes, I'm going to punch you in the face.
Well, I'm glad I'm 55 miles away, but I mean, he's like, oh damn, he's saying everything right. It's like, God, I'm gonna like this guy. I'm not supposed to like this guy.
Wrap it up, Chief.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Oh, fuck me. Okay. Okay, now wait a minute.
Oh,
Coach,
no.
wait a minute. The fact that, see, again, this goes to people not having a fucking clue. Somebody tweeted out top 10 duos of the Bay Area. Number 1, Steph and Clay. I'm sorry. If the number 1 duo of the Bay Area doesn't start with Montana and Rice, you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah. was gonna.
right?
I mean, I was like, yeah, recency bias though, right?
And they
Yeah,
were
I get
two.
it, totally.
Yeah, okay. Now it's funny you say recency bias because number 3 was Mays and McCovey. All right.
Wow.
Number 4 was Marlowe and Thornton. Right.
Really?
Number 5, Posey and Bumgarner. Number 6, Lott and Haley, which I'm like, no. Number 7, Mullen and Hardaway.
Okay,
No.
Get that one.
Because number 8 is Kane and Lincecum. Yes. Number 9, Gore and Kaepernick. No. And then number 10, Couture and Burns. Like, really?
What?
Like, wouldn't that be Pavelski and Burns?
Oh god.
If you're going to do that. So, again, like, sometimes you just see people tweet the dumbest, ignorant shit. And you're just like, you didn't put any fucking thought into this, did you?
Should have
And-
just stayed at top 5.
And it's
Top
not
5
like
would have been good.
well, I was going to say, and it's not like music, where because at least music is subjective. Statistically, this whole fucking list is bullshit. So,
Yeah.
anyway, go ahead.
All right, and yeah, Alex saying even if the Sharks win the cup, they'll never be lucky to get 5 hours worth. They probably only have the local.
It'll be like this was the parade, and on to
And meanwhile, Steph Curry just announced his new ankle brace deal with Under Armour
Yeah.
we'll have live team coverage
literally
next.
What it would be.
on the Sports Leader. Yeah. So, all right, let's get out of here. In case you missed anything, you watch this again, you can check us out on tealtownusa.com. You can find us wherever you get your podcast. The audio version will be up a little later on this evening. And of course, if you are watching us on YouTube, we thank you very much. Click that like button. It really does help us out. It has been a wonderful, wonderful thing. Leave a comment down below if you're watching the replay of this. Hit subscribe. That really helps us out. And of course, the notification bell will let you know when we do go on the air, if there are news to break down. So final thoughts, gentlemen. I'll start with you, Mr. Ian Reid.
I don't have anything. I mean, whatever.
Okay.
That's good. I don't know. I have nothing to really add. We've gone on this we went on this golf tirade, and I'm just like I've been
Dude, I gotta
one
fucking
minute.
take a leak. End it already.
Okay. All right. So he does this thing. Until then, keep it real. Keep it teal. Keep it real, teal. Have a great night, everyone. We will see you Wednesday night for our scheduled preview show. So thanks for watching. We'll see you then. Good night, everyone.